At all times. You got your mouthpiece in? You? All right. Fight hard, fight clean, touch them up, and good luck.
Not much to say. They're very focused. They even declined to talk to me. That's how focused they were tonight. But as you mentioned, very slimmed down. He's been working with a nutritionist and said we're going to see a lot more speed from Andy tonight.
All right, so the words of Christina, who does such a great job getting around, getting our interviews, and doing all kinds of feature pieces for us. And as I mentioned, former welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Palomino, doing color with me. I'm the Colonel Bob Sherwood. Now, principal's in there, and the black and white trunks is Matthew Greer, great big fellow at 240 pounds, and Andy Ruiz, who's in at 246, a guy that used to weigh over 300 pounds. He looks heavy, and I'll tell you one thing, he's heavy-handed, but he's in the best shape he's been in. His last fight, which was in December, he was 256. He's dropped another 10 pounds, and he's going to keep coming down. This guy can bang, let me tell you something. Big Jeff Gramoge, who works with him. Ruiz had a big amateur career. Don't be fooled by his body type. This guy is a very powerful professional fighter. Again, he weighed well over 300 pounds at one time. The amateur career had 105 wins, many titles. Mexican junior national champion in 07 and 08, a Mexican national champion. Turned pro in March of 09 with a first-round knockout over Miguel Ramos in a fight I called down in Tijuana. And this guy can hit. He knocked out 6 of his first 8 pro opponents. Chopping in these already Carlos. He's got Greer down in the first round here with a left hook and then a right hand chopping to his ear. And take a look at this replay.
There's those body shots. That left hook to the body, beautiful. Right hand right on top of the head and just right by the ear. And that.
Don't be fooled by his body style. This is a guy that's trained down to this size, and he can bang. He's a very, very good athlete, a better athlete than perhaps what his body looks like. And he hits so hard, he may be able to contend someday in the heavyweight division if he keeps fighting the way he's going. Again, he's 17-0 with 11 knockouts. He's short as the big heavyweights go. He's only 6'2", but he can really bang, and Greer's finding that out right away. A big body shot, and Greer touched the knee, so he's going to have to take this standing 8 count. It's up to 5 now already, as Jack Reeves will give him the 8 count, I should say. Greer's a very tough guy, but he's been stopped in 3 of his last 4 times out. And Jack Reeves right now is telling me, hey, you better give a better effort, because with just under a minute to go, Andy Ruiz could take him right out right now. See, this guy's looking ready to go because down another time.
He's covering that. Those body shots are hurting.
Big stiff jab. As I said, folks, Andy Ruiz is an athlete, and he will hurt you. And he's certainly hurting Big Greer. Matthew Greer needs to tie him up because his corner's yelling into him to tie him up. Taking uppercut shots. That time he fell down. That's he tripped over his feet, but Ruiz continues to keep pressure on him. Greg Cummings yelling from the corner, tie this guy up, don't let him bang away at you. But you can't walk into the kill zone with your head down and your gloves beside your head because, oh, there's a right hand down. And that's it, the 3rd knockdown, and the referee says that's it. It's all over. So it's a technical knockout victory for Andy Ruiz, who gets the job done with another first-round knockout. A real hard right hand that time. And look at this, digging body shot again. And he cracks him on the ear. Oh, man, he just stood in the kill zone with a strong right hand.
That right hand was right down the middle. I mean, you know, look at this. There's no motion. Just comes right off the shoulder the way it should. So direct line to the chin. That's the quickest way to get there.
Your winner, by way of knockout, still undefeated, the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr.
All right, gentlemen, both waistbands are good, okay? I explained the rules in the dressing room. All I expect is a good, clean fight, okay? Touch them up, let's get at it.
Third man in the ring, Eddie Claudio, called over the trainer of Ali Feliz. That's his father, Fernelli Feliz, who we actually saw fight on Friday Night Fights on ESPN2, February 25th of 2005 against Terry Smith. And now he's in the corner of his younger son, Ali Feliz, as well as his brother, Fernelli Jr., who is 8-0 with 6 knockouts as a heavyweight himself. But Lamir Isam Riley is upset-minded, and he lands an overhand right to start this fight. So Feliz is in a fight, and Tim, Isam Riley's coming off of a big upset against Antonio Cepeda, who he stopped in the 3rd round, unbeaten in Las Vegas, but not tonight. Ali with a combination.
Now that's how you answer. That's how you answer.
Absolutely. Quick start for Isam Riley. Great response from Ali Feliz. My goodness. You see the power and the quickness of Ali Feliz, and he's now setting up Isam Riley, creating the space to land his power.
Framing his work right there. Doing a good job. Ooh. Taking his time. One area where he can work at is going down to the body. You want to continue to weaken your opponent. You go down to the body, the hands will eventually drop, leaving the head exposed.
Oh, look at that straight right hand from Ali Feliz. Yep. And he's got lightning in those hands, and they're quick. Look at this performance from Ali Feliz, and in steps Eddie Claudio, because Isam Riley was taking a beating.
The end right here. See what I like? I like him using those illusionist forms of frame. Taking his time. There was another frame right there. Just a little bump, a little shove off. Get some distance to extend with his punches right there.
For your winner by technical knockout, Ali Feliz.
For a moment you heard the chants of Ali, Ali.
Deontay Wilder. Round number 1 in the third fight, and Wilder comes out, lands a jab to the body, and another jab immediately.
Where it's easier to hit, and you got a greater chance to land it than you do to the head. So
nice.
Good move right now from Deontay Wilder.
Nice right hand to the body off the jab. A very different Deontay Wilder. We're talking 25 seconds, Lennox, into the first fight, into this first round. In the second fight, he would wall and put his body weight on Wilder. But the demeanor, the fighting spirit, already looks different from Wilder.
Well, Wilder has a game plan this time. He's not just relying on that right hand, and that's what we wanted to see unfold, to see what changes were made and what his game plan was going to be.
Already, Deontay Wilder throwing 12 jabs in this round. That is an outstanding sign. Again, Fury has not been damaged, but he's taken some body shots, and already these are scoring shots from Deontay Wilder.
Those aren't just scoring, but they're doing damage that show up as the fight progresses.
Fury knows he's in a very different battle. He starts to get into a rhythm. We've been saying all night, we will learn a lot. Oh! Big 1-2 by Fury.
No, let go, let go. No.
Fury came in good with that right hand there at the last seconds of the round.
Yeah, he's not moving his upper body or his legs like he was in the first 2 fights.
Wilder touched with the right hand and looked off balance. I don't know if he was hurt or just lost his way.
But I think Fury, like you said, Brian, was just processing because Deontay came out so sharp.
Yeah.
And he applied a game plan that he hadn't applied before.
Hard shot right on the belt. Right on the belt line. That's a legal shot. And has been really losing rounds over his last 5 fights. But he's able to bail himself out with his tremendous power. Fury, reeling back, does not want to get anywhere near that right hand. Let them box. Good job by Russell Mora.
Both fighters in that exchange are giving just as much as they're getting.
Nice right hand, Wilder able to touch him. Back comes Fury, and that's the second time, Andre, we've seen that. Fury lands the right hand and clutches. Emphasized that and insisted that Fury pay attention to him. Good job by the ref. Good stiff jab by Fury.
I don't know about not putting him in a headlock. If he ducks his head, I'm going to make sure he can't hit me while he's down there. So I'm not sure what Moore is talking about with that one.
Wild shots, big right hand. There's the signature right by Wilder. Grazing shot, but it's dangerous. I mentioned that first round is going to be interesting in how it's scored. In that Fury landed a beautiful right hand at the end of the round, but Wilder was really getting the better of it there. Another right hand. And Wilder, down goes Wilder. Fury put him down with the right hand.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Put your hands up.
Fellas.
Come here.
He's hurt.
Can he step to Russell Mora?
You want to fight?
Wilder's the boxer, and it's Fury who's the power puncher.
Yeah, Fury came in with a nice right hand, caught him good. Wilder's doing a mistake by putting his head down. He's so big, he should not put his head down, especially Tyson Fury throws a good uppercut as well.
15 seconds on the clock.
This time he hits him with another right hand. He nailed Wilder with that. 10 seconds to go. Can he survive? The champ answering uppercut by Fury. Another shot. Wilder out of control. Eats a hook. And another. And that's the round. Wilder has a minute to recover.
You know, shoulder width apart. and on his toes. He needs to be on his toes.
But it's a fine line because Wilder's still dangerous.
Wilder is dangerous, but he's hurt. He's in the corner, and now the Gypsy King is mauling him once again, just as he did in the second fight.
Yeah, this is where weightlifting doesn't work for boxing. You got to do the right weightlifting.
Fury doesn't look steady, guys. He backs up now. Fury gets him up against the ropes, although you have to say, Wilder shows real guts.
And he's got the big guys, so he's doing a lot of pushing.
Right hand by Wilder. Beautiful shot. Down goes Fury.
Whoa.
Wilder with the answer.
Whoa.
He's hurt.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Put your hands up.
Just when he looks wobbled, he answers with a thunderous right hand. Wow. Wilder lauded as one of the greatest punchers in heavyweight history, and proving it here again tonight. For Wilder to be that hurt and come back and knock down Fury twice.
Come here. Give me your glove.
Fury says, yes, of course I'm all right. Big right hand and a thunderous answer by Wilder. Fury is hurt. Uppercut and a hook. Wilder with his big chance. Can he get the title back? Big right hand from Fury.
Wilder's got to get...
Down goes Fury again.
He's hurt, fellas. It's always
Just
dangerous.
sensational.
He's always dangerous.
And that's kind of the backbone.
There's still a lot more fight to be fought because it's only the 5th round.
Good jab by Fury. Fury looks pretty good.
Yeah. He's not all the way back yet. He's not all the way back yet.
Now Wilder comes in. Wilder certainly has lost a little fuel in the tank. No doubt. He doesn't look as crisp, but those punches are hard.
When Tyson Fury got hit there, he basically took that punch.
Look at Fury. Beautiful left and right, straight up the middle, and knocks Wilder's head sideways.
That got his attention for sure.
Wow.
He's got to get that jab going again.
Now Fury looks like he's back.
Wilder answers with the right hand. Just when you think one man has the better of it, there's another big right hand. Just miss. He is able to touch Fury with that right hand more than ever. Now he backs Fury into the corner.
Right now, Deontay can't afford to miss punches and use up his energy. Tyson Fury
with hooks. Yeah, winging power shots now, and Wilder almost takes a knee but does not. A 10-8 round the other way. Fury with the knockdown, and both men looked badly hurt. That's the other thing to emphasize here. Bombs.
Good answer from Wilder after the big right hand from Fury. Neither man wanting to give it in.
Barely climbing off the deck.
It's only the 6th round.
Yeah, halfway through, right hands. Wilder tries to weather the storm. Steps back in with his own shot. Fury starting to move his own head. Caught him with the right hand. Wilder back against the ropes. It didn't get him 100%, but it certainly clipped him. Uppercut.
There's that uppercut by Fury.
Now Deontay takes a knee, but he got forced down there. No, Russell Morris says that's not a knockdown. Low from Fury. Morris says move those shots up. Right hand cupping shot. Oh, now Wilder gets hit with the right hand to the side of his head. Answers back. There is a vintage right hand from Wilder.
This is where you have to come back.
He landed there, landed the jab, landed the right hand. Wilder now fires back. Oh, there's Fury with the right hand. Wilder's hurt. Wilder's hurt. He wobbled. He almost fell over into the ropes. He is close to going out. Now Fury. What a round.
Yeah, he should be taking a step backwards.
Landed with the hook. He got underneath. He was able to duck under the Fury right hand, but got hit with a combination. Wilder looks hurt, but he takes a step forward. Fury is landing hard shots. Again, the judges could have this fight even. Larry Hazard has it even right now. Big right hand. You had the feeling this is not going to go to the scorecards, but we don't know.
I highly doubt it.
I don't think so either, Andre. I don't think so.
Punches in the back of the head.
I mean, they're just wobbling around there now, but their upper half has a lot of fight left in them. Legs, I'm not sure about.
Wilder's taking some hellacious 1-2s from Tyson Fury, and he's answering with his own shots right now.
Let him go. Let him go.
All right, Heidi Androl has just asked the corner of Deontay Wilder, and they say the right hand is fine, as Wilder fires a right hand to the body.
I don't think anything's wrong. If you watch Wilder's previous fights, he does that a lot. I think it's just a habit.
Okay. Lands a hard shot to the body. Again, it's become a battle, a slugfest. It's boxing, but it's slugging as well. How much they have? Oh, good combination. Fury drops his hands. Wilder clipped him. Deontay has such power. Excellent point, Lennox, no question. See, even when they're just kind of putting it out there, even if you throw it as a blinder, again, the punch that put Fury down for the 9 count, the 12th round, Wilder looks hurt. That came after a blinder of a jab from Deontay Wilder when these guys hit each other.
Fury sneaks in that little uppercut in there. He's been doing that the last 2 fights, even this fight.
Wilder, again, doesn't look good. His mouth is wide open, sucking in that air, but he lands an uppercut on Fury as he comes in. He twists around now and gets Fury into the corner. Fury applies the body weight. He could still be in this fight.
He's a punch away. He's always a punch away.
Bernardo Osuna is telling us that Wilder's corner, they're complaining about rabbit punches from Tyson Fury, but a lot of times I think it's Wilder bending over to the side.
Wilder showed in the first 2 fights. Wilder's got to
keep right hand by Fury, and down goes Deontay Wilder.
Big shot by Tyson Fury.
Deontay Wilder was off balance before he received that shot.
Can Deontay recover?
And here you see Tyson Fury catching Deontay Wilder when he was off balance. Oh.
Heavyweight championship. Big right hand. Fury comes in for the kill. A lot of time left. Ooh. Big right hand by Fury. Wilder trying to hold on and survive. Deontay Wilder is on wobbly legs. And he wobbles again from a hook.
Tyson Fury's got to give himself some space right now.
Final seconds.
Oh, a buck with Tyson Fury right now.
Wilder with a second right hand. And then a hook. Now he answers back on the Gypsy King. And fires back on an answer. Has Wilder wobbled back. 2 minutes to go.
Uppercut by Fury.
Right hand by Fury as well. Wilder somehow staying on his feet. Taking supernatural strength.
Fury throwing that uppercut again.
And down goes Wilder. And that's it. It's over. Russell Mora waves it off. He's not counting. The Gypsy King is the heavyweight champion of the world. In an all-time.
And you think he's done, and then he answers, but he couldn't answer with this 1-2 from Tyson Fury. And Deontay Wilder went out the way that he wanted to go out in the second fight on his shield.
It's a good point. Not only that, Russell Mora called the end to this fight with Wilder in the air.
Number 11, he is the winner by way of knockout, and he is still the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Any questions? Any questions from T seconds? All right, remember, obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, let's get to them.
Dan, just quickly before the bell, one fact that is important here, Tommy Morrison has never been past 6 rounds. He tired dramatically against Mercer. The question is, can Joe Hipp avoid Tommy's power, especially the left hook, get through the early rounds, and take Tommy Morrison into the late rounds and test him, see how his endurance is?
We're not expecting much of a feeling out process here. These are 2 fighters that predominantly like to fight straight ahead.
One thing about Joe Hipp, as you see right away, he is a southpaw, very rare in the heavyweight division. Tommy Morrison had a lot of trouble with the southpaw, a Soviet southpaw, came back to knock him out, but was behind on all cards when he did. That was a different style southpaw. That was a cutie. Joe Hipp is anything but a cutie, and even at 223, Joe Hipp is not going to be a twinkle toes out there.
You're referring to Yuri Volin, who he fought back in April of 1991. That was actually on the Holyfield Foreman undercard.
And he knocked 28 of them out, big deal. But the fact is how he moved them. What happened when he hit him? He just explodes when he lands.
Right uppercut. Went right between the gloves of Hipp and almost connected. Both of those blows by Hipp landed on Morrison's gloves.
Already you see a little swelling on Joe Hipp. And he just got hit with a Tommy Morrison jab. That is not a good sign. Because
well, look where he's got his gloves, Alex, yes, below his chin.
Right, and especially the right.
And he doesn't have the hand speed to pick off those jabs. Right. Oh, another jab lands by Morrison.
Tommy said he has to learn how to not rely exclusively on his power. It might work for him at the lower levels of boxing, well, not at the top. There's the hook.
A good sweeping left hook. A slow right hand by Tommy Morrison. did tire badly in the Mercer fight, although you get the impression that it wasn't so much from lack of conditioning. He's a tense fighter, Alex. He just is one of those people that every punch he seems to throw like it's his last.
Well, he says, Dan, that it was the stress of hitting Mercer with some of the best punches he ever threw and seeing Mercer still standing there, that he panicked. And that happens to a lot of fighters. I think Mike Tyson admitted it happened to him against Quick Tillis the first time he had to go the distance. But the fact of the matter is, I think also that Ray Mercer started to punch back in that 4th round, and I think those punches might have had more effect on Tommy than Tommy's admitted.
That's Tommy Morrison on the left of your screen, circling to the top.
And another nice jab from Morrison. I mean, that's a punch. He wants to prove to himself that he can be a boxer, that he can be more than just a one-dimensional fighter.
And Joe Hipp is eating it with regularity.
Yeah, Joe's available for the punch. I think I'd keep throwing it too.
Again, Morrison scores with the jab.
And Joe swelling, especially in the right eye, which is real dangerous. That's
a spectacular combination by Morrison, a pair of jabs and then a right.
Joe Hipp just kind of fell into a right to the body there. He came inside with a scoring left hand and got out of the way of Tommy Morrison's punch coming back, which he hasn't done much of.
There's Tommy Burgetts in the corner, who is the trainer of Tommy Morrison, co-trainer along with John Brown.
And a conditioning expert.
Yes.
Somebody who's worked very hard to get Tommy in condition, mentally and physically. And obviously after a loss like the Mercer loss, the mental part is perhaps even more important. Hipp a little bit more active here. Not as much coming back from Tommy Morrison. Awkward right hand by Hipp.
Yeah, he tried to get inside after Morrison had sailed over the top.
One thing that you notice with Joe Hipp, when he does jab, which isn't often, but when he does, he brings his jab back low, and that's just suicidal against the Tommy Morrison. You saw Joe Hipp look over the referee. Like, hey, pal, I'm here trying to get the job done. Don't bother me.
Well, with that left hand of Hipp as it came in, just a ponderous swing. Tommy Morrison under control and very measured here as we come to the end of the 2nd round. Morrison has been very successful. We're here at 4,500 feet roughly in elevation here in Reno, and
that's all part of the way that Tommy Morrison has reacted to the loss. I mean, you learn from it, you get better. Good left and a right downstairs by Morrison.
Morrison is throwing in combination. He's following that jab up, which is what you have to do.
One thing you have to say, although Joe Hipp is puffing up, Dan, we're in round 3, and he hasn't looked close to being hurt. I thought the best punch, there you see Pete Robles' trainer. I thought the worst Joe looked was when so shut that they had to stop the fight in a TKO in the 5th round.
We want to remind our local ABC stations that at the end of this round, we're going to take a station break. That, by the way, the Burt Cooper fight, the same night that Tommy Morrison was knocked out by Ray Mercer.
Good thumping body punch by Joe Hipp there. See Joe trying to counter.
A sweeping
backing
move
up, giving ground.
You know, that move by Morrison, Alex, took him off balance, and Hipp was too slow to take advantage of it.
A feint there, kind of an awkward feint, but you saw one good thing. There's a good side. Tommy Morrison had his right up to pick off the Joe Hipp left hand coming out of the break. Never back straight out with your hands down. Tommy backed straight out, but he had one hand up.
This is the end of the 3rd round. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this word from our ABC stations. 4th round here in Reno, Nevada. I'm Dan Deerdorf along with Alex Swallow. We're ringside for a 10-round heavyweight fight between Tommy Morrison, who's on the left of your screen, and Joe Hipp to the right. Joe Hipp from a hand speed category is several notches below Tommy Morrison, but he's game.
But now he's also, as opposed to the early rounds, he's backing Tommy Morrison up. He's coming forward very, very slowly, but he is coming forward. Whether that's just Tommy Morrison wanting to draw him onto his punch, we'll find out. The key thing I think, Dan, is that Tommy has not been dominant, as you pointed out. He has not exhibited. He's shown some of his punches, but they haven't had the effect they've had on some of the lesser opponents.
So Joe Hipp score a good left to the midsection of Morrison. Again, a reminder, if you just joined us, that Joe Hipp is a southpaw fighter, only the second that Morrison has faced professionally.
Keep the punches up, boys.
And of course, facing a right-hander is nothing new. And there's a good combination by Joe Hipp.
The best sequence in the fight for Joe Hipp.
We got to go after this guy. Tight, hit tight, tight.
No, that didn't cause the cut. And now you have to have questions about Tommy Morrison's step. He's hurt.
Another left hand by Hipp.
And he responded with a big left.
He sure did. You saw Morrison come in with it.
And more important than the cut was how vulnerable he looked to a guy in Joe Hipp who really, as big as he is not a power puncher, Dan. He's really kind of an arm puncher.
Oh, great uppercut by Morrison.
And the first one we've seen.
Oh, and a right to the chin puts Joe Hipp down. Hipp is up, beats the count. Dracula asking him if he can go on.
Down in round 5, watch the right hand from Morrison. Shows the left, and then boom, like almost a right hook.
Good, solid right uppercut, and then a right to the chin by Morrison.
From a man who's supposed to be
a right hand by Hipp, Alex.
From somebody who's supposed to be a left hooker. He's using his right hand better than we've seen.
We're in the 5th round, a little over 2 minutes.
And you notice Joe Hipp is not holding on. And he really hasn't gone in the survival mode. I mean, he kind of looks like a guy who's looking to throw punches back. He's busted up in the mouth.
Yep, Hipp bleeding from the mouth. Oh, and Tommy Morrison, a double right hand. And Joe Hipp better protect himself.
Now we'll see if Tommy Morrison can finish him. If he's got enough left. He looked tired in the 4th. Another half hook, half uppercut with the right hand by Tommy Morrison.
And Hipp better put himself, Alex, in more of a defensive mode. As you say, either by hanging on. Tommy Morrison, a double right hand. You see Hipp look over at Dracula.
He knows his body a lot better than we do, and he might sense that he was getting real tired. I mean, he expended a lot of energy, and he may be right. He may be exhausted right now and looking to let his tank fill up a little bit.
A great deal from the mouth, and Alex and I were both talking to each other during that commercial break about the admiration we have for Joe Hipp. It would have been easy to not get up, Alex, after being knocked down.
You know, he's a game guy. He knows this is a huge fight for him. If he can somehow get in the late round, somehow have Tommy Morrison just faint from exhaustion, I mean, it just changed his whole life. And he's fighting as though it depended upon it.
Good left hand by Joe Hipp.
One interesting thing, Dan, Tommy Morrison has never scored a knockout past this point in round 6. He was knocked out, but he's never scored one. Not much coming back from Tommy Morrison. He is clearly, another left hand from Joe Hipp.
Boy, that one was right there. And you can see it has backed up Morrison. Oh, and another good combination and a retaliation by Morrison. He has apparently stemmed that flow of blood from his mouth. There's a good right hand by Morrison, but while it scored, it didn't look to do much damage. Facially, Joe Hipp really doesn't look much the worse for wear, Alex, and he did say after the 3rd round, although there is some noticeable swelling in that right eyelid. Here we come to the end of round number 6. In the 7th round of a professional fight, and he looked spent at the end of the 6th. He opens up the 7th here with crisper punches.
I'm amazed at Tommy. I mean, I don't know if anything's wrong with his left hand. He has not really scored with that left hook. He's used the jab. The left hook just has not been a factor.
And remember that early in his career, he was just a one-punch fighter, and it was the left hook. It was devastating.
And really a thing of beauty, just a natural hook. Rocky Balboa and Joe Hipp were both southpaws, so there are some similarities.
That's right. Again, a reminder that knee brace on the right leg of Joe Hipp is nothing current. It just goes back to his high school football days, and he really wears it more for comfort than anything else.
Again, Hipp coming forward. Morrison not throwing many meaningful punches. One right hand at the opening bell that really was hard, but look there. I mean, that's just, he's not planning himself. He's bouncing and trying to punch at the same time. Good right hand there.
A good right hand counter by Morrison.
You know, the big thing is, it appears the problem is good combination by Hipp. You have to say Morrison's biggest problem is stamina, his endurance, but also in his record is difficulty with one southpaw.
With Joe Hipp being the stalker. Now certainly Tommy Morrison, we're not implying that this...
He is trying to survive.
To give you an illustration...
Oh, good uppercut by Joe Hipp.
A good uppercut by Hipp. A reminder here, you know, in the last 3 years, Tommy Morrison has fought 12 fights, a total of 33 rounds. That's less than 3 rounds per fight. We'd like to remind our local ABC stations that at the end of this round, we will be taking a station break.
Good solid.
Good right hand to the ribs.
Oh!
And there was a good scoring combination by Joe Hipp.
And a good elbow to the throat by Joe Hipp. Then unless Tommy Morrison does get a second or third win or whatever he's looking for, that Joe Hipp can just walk into him.
Joe was born, grew up in Yakima, Washington, lives now outside Seattle, and he is on the verge of possibly doing something that not many people gave him credit or having a chance, Alex. He went off here today at revolving around a 10-to-1 underdog in this fight against Tommy Morrison.
I think the final price was 11-to-1. He is a very live underdog.
Yes.
And he was not, he said, I mean, you never know, Joe said, I don't mind being an underdog. I was an underdog through all my early fights. When people just looked at me and said, this guy doesn't look like a fighter. Joe said, no one who ever fought me said afterwards that I wasn't a fighter.
There has to be concern in the corner of Tommy Morrison. There's John Brown, his co-manager and trainer, and yes, that is a concerned look. And you see Joe Hipp scored with an uppercut, and Morrison came back with a left. But this crowd here in Reno has definitely swung over Joe Hipp in favor of Hipp, and again, Alex, he scored. Of boxing left. This is the final minute of the ninth.
Wide open the mouth of Tommy Morrison, absolutely exhausted. Nothing but that jab. I mean, you know, he got a little bit of snap in the jab, but that's just not enough to keep Joe Hipp off it. And now Morrison's cutting the mouth.
Blood from the mouth of Morrison.
From that mouth that's been wide open for so long,
and that's
he's all busted up.
And that's how it gets cut. You can't fight with your mouth open. Oh, a good right hand by Morrison, and that hurts Joe Hipp. Joe Hipp is in trouble. Joe Hipp is down. A right hand from Tommy Morrison staggers Joe Hipp. He's up at 8, and that's the end of the fight. Vic Draculich stops the fight. And Tommy Morrison summons the power today, and it saves him in the 9th round. Here it is, Alex.
The full angle, the left missed, the right hand landed. And that right hand really hurt Joe Hipp, much more than it looked.
Yep. You
saw
his legs just
and another right. Boy, the right hand doing almost all the damage. That uppercut missed, but Joe was just not in a position to defend himself and went down.
Alex, I'm not sure he would have survived the first right hand. Watch the right hand. Here, next punch. Right there.
Oh.
I don't think Joe Hipp, I don't think he would have
chopping
recovered.
punch. Let me just go through the scorecards that we have right here. Official scorecards. Keith McDonald had it 76-75 Morrison. Doug Tucker 76-75 Hipp. Herb Santos 76-75 Hipp. I'm sorry, Morrison. The fight's still up for grabs. 2 judges with Morrison ahead by a point, 1 judge with Hipp ahead by a point. All right. Yes.
Andre tonight. He is not with us ringside because he is in Nevada as he is making his way into the Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame. It's a big year of Hall of Fame entries for our broadcast partner, Andre Ward. All right, you can see right away Richard Torres coming out and being more the aggressor. That's what he told us yesterday, Timmy.
That's what it's all about with him. You got to understand, he's a small heavyweight, and I said, you know, how important is it for you to stay true to yourself? Oh, my God. Wow. Just started off. You know, you got Torres Jr. just being aggressive. I'm still a little bit buzzed by that punch right there, that first punch that lands in the corner. Man, my nerves are good. Trust me, people, you know, being in that ring, this is one of the things that I was always worried about. Getting caught flush like that, getting caught cold like Canedo got caught. Torres is an aggressive fighter, and it's obvious he has heavy hands.
Here comes the Olympian, Torres. Young man from Tulare, California, big left hand and a huge right, and it is a face plant. Destructive power from Richard Torres Jr. And then this is the
straight
finish.
Left hand, and here's the finish right here. Torres understands what's in front of him, knows he has his man hurt, but look at those 3 shots right there. And that right there, you never want to see a fighter land directly on his face.
I call that a level 4 knockout win right there. Level 4. That is the worst way to be knocked out, when you fall directly on your face.
Tim, I think there's a reason why he...
Seconds of round number 1 for your winner by knockout, Richard Torres Jr.
Both fighters weighed identical, 215 3/4 today.
Good evening, gentlemen. You both received your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. Both of you touch gloves. Good luck to both of them.
8 consecutive knockouts, put down Michael Johnson 39 seconds into the first round, his 5th first-round knockout in his 8 professional fights. And Tyson in the white, and the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right into the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength. The key for Long, I think, in his fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow.
My.
Well, that was quick.
Tyson putting him down here early in the first. Frank Cappuccino looking on closely.
Donnie Long came out with the hopes of boxing Tyson, but there, Tyson gets in with a very good left hook on which he had great leverage and hurt Long. I think Long didn't expect that he would be able to be hurt.
Here comes Tyson. Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. Second time. Another knockdown.
There is no 3 knockdown rule, but the referee can stop it after 3 if he decides so.
Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring. Tyson has put away Donnie Long in the first.
The end of the fight. That left hand, such a short left hand, but delivered really well by Tyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official time. 1 minute, 28 seconds of the first round. 9 consecutive knockouts, 9 consecutive victories. The winner by knockout, Mike Tyson.
American heavyweight too much too soon on Jared Anderson.
No, what's the biggest problem in boxing? Fighters you don't know, fighters you don't care about. For Anderson, the hype.
Being the undefeated pro prospect, Guido Vianello. Oh, there's an exchange, and Ibeh came with a straight left hand as they opened up. Anderson goes to the body with the jab.
This is not supposed to be an easy fight for Anderson. This is the fight that he wanted. Ibeh's a guy who doesn't have a lot of boxing experience, but that's what makes him dangerous. He's crude, he's awkward, and he's willing to fight. So let's see how Anderson responds to some early adversity.
And to add on that, Dre, he's very untraditional, you know, like he throws punches at odd angles. See him switch from southpaw to orthodox right in front of Anderson. Then all of a sudden he'll just explode with a big shot. So
you can see blood coming from the nose of Kingsley Ibeh as Jared Anderson able to get that right hand in against the big 6'4", 276-pounder. Anderson goes to the body, goes back up top with a right hand.
Anderson, with the exception of the one shot he got caught with, is looking very sharp in this first round.
Significant amount of blood now coming from the nose of Ibeh.
And all of this is happening because Anderson has been disciplined with his left jab, his lead hand.
There it is.
But that's what
return fire from Ibeh.
That's what he's got to be careful for, that wide, awkward shot that Ibeh loves to throw.
Out of nowhere. If I'm Anderson right now, I'm going to be very selective with my shots. Anderson is getting comfortable head hunting, but the body is what he needs to work. Work the body, bring those hands down on the big man, and break him down. Be selective with his shots like he's doing right now.
Dre, Tim mentions the lack of overall experience for Kingsley Ibeh. Limited as a boxer, but a former football player, and he's got that build.
Yeah, but a guy his size, that makes him dangerous. What he doesn't know makes him dangerous because he's not getting caught up in this skill game. He just wants to duck his head and land a big shot. And for a young fighter early in his career, that could be problemsome. So he's got to, and I'm talking to Anderson, just has to be disciplined and patient, like Tim said, and then he could potentially get the knockout.
It's interesting, we saw the corner of Jared Anderson. Bernardo, it included the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, Bud Crawford. What are they saying?
Well, Daryl Riley said, I know that Jared sees the openings I'm seeing, but I need him to settle down, don't rush, take his time and break him down.
Dre, something that you were mentioning in that first round.
Well, he's going to have to do, he's going to have to do that to soundly beat a fighter like Ibeh without taking any crazy risks. Like, you can get the job done impressively without getting hit with the wild shots that he's been hit with so far. And he's only gotten caught with 2 shots, but they were big shots.
There's that steady work with the jab.
But I do think the first round for Anderson was nearly a perfect round for him. A little anxious, but everything else was clicking.
Off balance that time as he missed with the right hand. Ibeh tried to come back with a right of his own.
But Joe, that right of his own, those are the kind of wild shots that I'm alluding to.
Awkward, off balance, non-conforming, constantly switching stances is Ibeh.
Yeah, he broke a rule. You're not supposed to throw a shot from that angle, but he throws it.
Brother and his mom in the course of the past 10+ years. Was a college football player at Washburn University.
You see the little antics for both fighters, both guys trying to figure things out. But, you know, Anderson is systematically beating on Ibeh, slowly breaking him down.
For the duration of this fight.
And I believe that Anderson is, and that's the reason why you're seeing the single jabs by him. He's trying to get Ibeh to throw and get off balance so he can catch him on the way in.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Good
That's
shot.
exactly what he was setting up right there. Looking for Ibeh to expose himself with his offense and then, boom, make him pay.
That shot knocked Ibeh back southpaw.
See that blood continuously coming from the nose of Ibeh. That started halfway through round #1. And a big smile on the face of the undefeated 21-year-old Ohio native, Jared Anderson. Oh, to be 21 years old and in a cash-heavy heavyweight division.
I see later in this fight, I see the right hand coming over the top and the right hand.
Parker and Usyk, who's a cruiserweight undisputed champion, moving up to heavyweight.
Jared Anderson, because nobody expects Ibeh to win this fight, but the world is watching Anderson saying, show us something, give us a reason to get behind you, give us a reason to support you. So sometimes winning is not just enough. He said, hey, you won't do anything, I won't do anything.
Not an easy guy to face, man. You know, he's a guy that has punching power. He's a guy that explode at any moment with a shot. Anderson is doing the right thing, using his jab, staying composed, and just waiting on the right opportunity to land the shot.
It is now the longest fight of his career, Timmy, as we're here into round 5.
When Ibeh's on the ropes like that, trying to rest and buy time, I think that's a good time for Anderson to pick up his left hand, pick up his jab, not just to the head, but to the body.
Fight of the year has been between Mexican fighters, and that world championship fight at 130 pounds will be on ESPN next week. And look at Jared Anderson.
Anderson doesn't really fight like a heavyweight.
No, he doesn't.
He's like a middleweight trapped in a heavyweight's body. He's got that mentality of quickness, speed, and flair. He doesn't lumber around like a typical heavyweight.
Of a middleweight, and it was Jared Anderson who was his chief sparring partner when he got ready for Deontay Wilder. Could be his first distance fight. 7 knockouts in his 7 wins.
You know, if there's nothing there for a fighter when he's dominating, keep doing what you're doing and get the decision win. But if there's opportunity to step it up and close the show, you should do that. And I think there is opportunity for Anderson. He has to be smart, and I can't say that enough, but there is opportunity.
Just tagged him with a right hand. Ibeh is coming forward now. Perhaps that's where the opportunity comes for.
That right uppercut to the body from Anderson was mean a few seconds ago.
2-punch combination from Jared.
So you see the reaction from Ibeh. He's starting to break him down. That's what I mean when I say there's opportunity. Don't let him sort of, you know, steal the fight by just, you know, going the distance by kind of staying on the ropes and making you think he's going to do something. Press him and make him prove it.
What you're saying is that he just need to get a little bit more consistent with his jab and start piecing punches together instead of throwing one shot at a time.
And Anderson will be in range to get hit.
Just like he's doing here.
His offense is a lot more explosive than Ibeh's.
Just as he's doing right here. Needs to keep piecing them together.
Significant amount of blood now coming from both the nose and the mouth of Kingsley Ibeh. Halfway through this 6th and final round, can Jared Anderson keep the knockout streak alive? 3-punch combination.
Jeez. Ibeh's ready to go. You just got to give him a little help.
Push him out the door, Andre.
More work from that jab of Anderson.
Good shot.
Russell Mora is telling Kingsley Ibeh, you got to show me something. He's thinking about stopping the fight with the damage Ibeh is taking. Big guy, former football player, 6'4", 276, and he's absorbing a lot of punishment, and a big left hand will end the night. Jared Anderson, 8 for 8, explosive finish.
He's still out, Joe. He's still out.
Hurt bad. You know, Anderson being very smart right there, feigning before he actually attacked. Nice block right there, and came back with offense and caught him with a nice, beautiful short left hook in the inside, right on the chin. Ibeh was pretty much ready to go, you know, and we said early on that he had to get a little more consistent with his offense, and if he gets a little bit more consistent with his offense, he could get the stoppage.
Yeah, he closed the show just like we said, and you can see in the eyes of Ibeh that he was ready to go, but, you know, he's been around the game long enough to know how to survive, and Anderson didn't give him that opportunity. A great step back, beautiful right hand to the top of the head, and a left hook that literally turned the lights out of Ibeh. That was the Sports Center type 10 shot, top 10 shot that we were talking about.
Oh, you are going to see that everywhere. That right hand to the temple.
For your winner by knockout, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
Here we go. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you ringside for the heavyweight championship. Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte. Let's do it from Wembley.
Whyte has to be balanced tonight with his attacks. He cannot empty the tank too early because Fury seems to have rechargeable batteries in the system.
The heavyweight championship against Klitschko, just outboxing him with his movement. That defense, number 3 among all fighters. Now, you say, but what about Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder.
You know, Tess, let me tell you this. The right hand of Tyson Fury has improved over time, especially under the tutelage of Sugar Ray. Dillian Whyte needs to be careful because he's setting himself up to be hit with the right hand of Tyson Fury.
And come down the channel with that big right hand. There's a long-range left hand from Dillian Whyte. And then return fire from the champion. Here's a 1-2 from Fury. Came straight down the middle with the right hand. End of 1. Can you believe this? So all of a sudden now they start the second round with Tyson Fury making the decision to come out southpaw, and Dillian Whyte going back to his orthodox stance, helped out with Lennox Lewis back in the day. Sugar Hill Stewart is the nephew of the late Emmanuel Stewart from the Kronk Gym. So tactical early of both guys switching, and there is the first big swing and a miss.
This is beautiful boxing by Tyson Fury right here. Look at that check left hook right there as Whyte loads up with a big left hand.
One-two from Fury, quick hands.
He'll blind you with the jab, and then he'll look like he's going to be throwing a jab, but then he'll throw a hook and a right hand right down the middle.
Sweeping left hand from Fury. There's a double jab, didn't come with the right hand behind it. Now he does. And then Whyte tries to close the gap and get right to the kitchen and bring Fury against those ropes. Sweeping overhand right hand. Head movement by Fury gets out of the way. Right hand scored from the Gypsy King as they pick up the pace here in round 2.
Keep the jab going, Tyson.
More body work from Whyte.
He has been effective so far with the body work, especially in round 1. Fury trying to place that right hand behind the jab.
Connect with the head and then move off to the side. Pivot. There it is again from Tyson Fury.
Whyte
trying to smother and get to the inside again. Fury able to avoid those punches. They start off the first round switching stances. Whyte has been trying to get over the top with the clubbing right hand. That one nearly went to the back of the head, and he receives the warning from referee Mark Lyson. 895 bouts officiated into his career. Another check hook from Tyson Fury.
That's how you get off the line. Easy.
Fury shaking his head after that one.
Anytime he sees Whyte step in, he uses that nice little check hook. See, Whyte's going to have to implement some feints. Fury's already timing his attacks. He understands the speed of Whyte already.
Touching him with that jab to the body. Man with 85-inch reach on that 6'9" frame. It doesn't take much to just reach out and touch your opponent. Fury leaning on him with the 264 pounds. Goes underneath with a left hand to the body, does the champ. High guard of the belt on Tyson Fury around the body. 1-2, fires off the jab off the hip, smiles at Dillian Whyte.
Nice uppercut right there.
Left uppercut from Tyson Fury.
Listen, he has to feint, and he also has to take 2 to get 1. Take 3 to get 1.
Atop 94,000 plus, and look down at the heavyweight championship fight. Start of round number 4. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you ringside here. Tyson Fury has a 38-14 connect advantage as we start round number 4. Mark Lyson, who those who are close to British boxing consider the best third man inside the ropes that they have. They say he has great instincts, but he has limited experience among big men. This is his first heavyweight title bout. He was the third man for Povetkin's knockout over Dillian Whyte.
See, the biggest problem right now Dillian is having is, oh,
there's that left hook, Timmy.
Woo! Just a little bit off the mark. Seemed like Fury right there rolled with it a bit. But the problem is Whyte stands up too tall. He stands too tall. That's the biggest issues he's having. Yeah, all night. Fury can do this all night long. Not enough pressure coming from Dillian Whyte. Still hasn't been able to solve the puzzle and close the distance.
Tough to close distance when you're dealing with 6'9", 85-inch reach and a piston jab that's constant. That was a veteran move. Here we're going to be on the inside. I can have an elbow for you. Fury tries to chase him back before they tie up again, and the crowd responds. It's been a feisty fourth round, has it? Punch him in the head, in the corner. Mark Lyson's got to get control of this. Left hook from Tyson Fury. That was a big one. He didn't waste any time landing that shot when they re-engaged. Nearly off balance, a left hand goes to the body from Dillian Whyte. They were lauding each other for their professionalism. That is in the rearview mirror. This is a downright fight. And I said, Timmy, with this crowd, with this atmosphere, knowing those ring walks, how does it not impact the guys in the ring?
You got to think about it. Both these guys want to win. They're putting it all on the line right now. They do not want to give each other an advantage, and that's what you're seeing right now. Neither guy wants to give an advantage. Neither guy wants to give up control.
Fury has a 50-22 connect advantage to this point.
The lower you get, the harder it's going to be for them to land their offense. But he's coming in too high. He's used to fighting smaller heavyweights, 6'2", 6 foot. Nice right hand.
Everybody's a smaller heavyweight compared to Tyson Fury.
Nice body shot right there from Tyson Fury. And the feet get tangled up right here. To the chest, to the body. Dillian has to make contact with that to keep Fury occupied so he can land something with power.
And now probing with that left hand. Goes underneath with a right hand to the body again. And now up top, and then wild swinging, missing with the left hook is Dillian Whyte.
See, Whyte only throwing one punch at a time. You got to throw combinations, especially against a moving target. Something would eventually land. but he's getting tied up in the inside by Tyson Fury. Just too smart, too savvy in the ring.
For the last 10 seconds of round number 5. Long-reaching jab from Dillian Whyte just to try to touch that body. End of 5 for the heavyweight championship. Had only 7 connects in that first round, but he has double-digit connects in every subsequent round. Dillian Whyte has yet to hit double-digit connects in any one round. In terms of power punches, it is 39-19 edge for Tyson Fury.
I just spoke with Sugar Hill Stewart and I said, what do you want to see? What I'm seeing. He's extremely happy with what he's seeing right now. He just doesn't want it to get distracted.
See, when you keep that leg straight like that, that front leg, meaning his foot.
And so far he is executing on that plan.
Using that 85-inch reach, moving, subtle movement, left and right.
Looking for an opportunity.
You see when Tyson, when he shoots something and he closes the distance, he reaches out with his hands. The left hook right there to the body.
Tyson comes back with the right hand to the body as well. And Whyte tries to place one to that right flank. Another left hand to the body from Dillian Whyte. Tyson Fury with a power shot. Can Whyte survive this? It is over. One shot wonder at Wembley. My oh my! What a way to end it! A power surge from Fury.
All it takes is a 100th of a second to buy a vowel E from the word eraser. Right there, right down the pipe. As you see Dillian Whyte moving in, trying to get the inside. Short, precise, right uppercut, right on the chin, and timber.
This is a viper strike right uppercut. It is so fast. His head snaps up and down so fast. It's an instant knockout. Look at that right uppercut.
God.
From a 6'9", 264-pound man with that speed of his right hand.
He blinded him with the jab.
And still, the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
And hang on to your hats. Here we go. Butterbean in the colors of the U.S. in the front, Mexico in the back. Good right hand by Butterbean in close. He calls himself the heavyweight champion of 4-rounders. He is a refugee of the Tough Man contest, Gabriel, where guys get in, fight 5 or 6 times a night. Neither fighter looks as though they've been turning down many meals lately.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, boy.
Over here.
First knockdown of the fight, and it's Clark who goes down.
5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your gloves, George.
It was
more like on top of the head, but it still hurt him.
Clark trying to fight back. Butterbean digging to the body. Down goes Clark for the second time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your gloves, George.
All right, remember the 3 knockdown. Well, look at Butterbean. Look at the Bean walk across the ring.
He means business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clark trying to fight back. That's it. Clark is down and out of the ring. Fight is over. And for the first time tonight, the crowd has a chance to stand and cheer. And now here comes Butterbean walking across the ring. Good body shot. Missed that one to the head. Going to go to the body again. Those are booming body shots, and there's the finisher. That one to the head really straightened up Clark, and he was about finished there. And finally, Butterbean just overpowering. Look at his eyes roll up. This man is going down. These were several clean punches, Gabriel.
He was throwing good punches, Rich. He was. He was connecting, landing with the punches too.
That was quite a flurry by Butterbean. He's the knockout winner in the first round once again.
Rich, he looked good. He looked good doing it.
That last knockdown was a tough one for George Clark. He went flying out of the ring, and referee Toby Gibson called a halt to the proceedings right then.
Winner by knockout victory, still the king of the heavyweights in 4-round bouts. He is Butterbean.
Most think that Tyson, being the prohibitive favorite, will come out real fast, but Tyson has been a very determined fighter for what Buster Douglas did to him. He looks like a madman on his face. Mike Tyson is not going to have Henry Tillman around here very long. Now, you remember against Bone Crusher Smith that they just tied him up constantly all the time. New Zealand and Australia, welcome to TV3. Wow, with the right hand. The left hook catches Tillman. This is the Mike Tyson that we saw so effective, knocking out 33 of his opponents. Richard Steele, the third man in the ring, has got his work cut out with Mike Tyson. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this. He hit him flush on the jaw with the right hand. It's up to 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. It's all over. Tyson, a first round knockout. Tyson moves in for the kill. Here it is. He's got everything going, and he catches him right at the height of his punch on the top of the left temporal bone, which rattled the brain around inside that skull, and down he went. There was no getting up from there. Watch it from a different angle. The right hand. Watch Tyson's right hand. He winds up. Bang! He nails him. It's all over. He crumbles to the canvas like a sack of wheat, stretches out the legs, and he's not getting up. Very, very heavy punch. Watch again. Just watch that right hand. Watch how Mike winds up. Oh, he's got everything going with it. Everything was into that. The whole shoulder, the twisted trunk, the body, and the arm. Watch it again from the top side here now. Watch how he gets his whole body into the punch. He's got everything going. Oh, what a shot.
2 minutes, 47 seconds of the first round. The winner by a knockout, Iron Mike Tyson.